Hi, I'm Fenella Kernebone and welcome to Art Nation. Today on the show, we're focusing on artists at opposite ends of the lens. Coming up, why Andre Payich is making heads turn.
The impact that Andre has had on fashion, I mean, it's really like a bomb going off in fashion.
We go behind the lens of Samantha Everton.
More recently, I've become a mother and I've moved on to the next phase in my life, and these images probably express part of that.
A taste of the dazzling Tutankhamun exhibition. And Eric Bibb plays the blues.
Well, I'm down here in this valley on my knees.
But first, there's no doubt that science fiction has made a huge impact on the visual arts, film and literature, giving artists a chance to explore all kinds of imaginary and alternative spaces and potential futures. And that is exactly what this exhibition is all about.
Had actually quite a strong interest in science fiction. Lots of our works have referenced in some way.
The imaginary, the future, the who we are, all these questions are common to science fiction and to much artistic production.
I must confess to being a bit of a sci-fi nut, especially when it comes to film. So when I heard about this exhibition called Awfully Wonderful, focusing on artists who embrace science fiction, science and technology in their work, I was very keen to take a look.
One of the things we were inspired by was the idea of the Wonder Chamber, which is a kind of historical exhibition model in which you merge reality, fiction, science, technology, design, art, anthropology. The idea behind the title, Awfully Wonderful, was intended to capture this idea of awe and wonder, the desire and the terror we have for the future.
And part of this is the possibility that we may not have a future at all. In Hayden Fowler's installation performance, the potential of extinction, Armageddon, or even annihilation is palpable.
Many people have said that Hayden Fowler's island resembles a kind of zoo exhibit from Taronga Zoo in the 80s. And in a way, that's what he's looking for, this idea of a museum diorama or a zoo enclosure in which human beings live as a kind of curiosity, as a thing that perhaps no longer exists in the same way as we think about the dinosaurs.
While artist duo David and Jaki present a different kind of museum diorama, partly inspired by sci-fi and disaster films, where the city of Los Angeles and the Miracle Mile fall into neglect.
It has a really similar vibe to the pictures from Chernobyl, which caused everyone to move away, but the same effect basically can come about through a lot of different possibilities, you know, whether it's just like a slow economic decline or even like flooding from global warming might push people away and just cause it to deteriorate.
Artist Deborah Kelly takes a different approach altogether. She's chosen to explore the representation of the female in pulp science fiction magazines, with a series of beautiful collages of otherworldly ladies existing somewhere between the ocean and space.
All of the sources of these particular works are from 1969, which is when our species first landed on the moon.
Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. You're in our field of view now.
I was thinking about how spacesuits are very like, especially the early underwater exploration suits, and how the sea is so mysterious to us still, even though it's on our own planet, and that spaceships and underwater vessels have so much in common, and the sense of exploration and the unknown and the monsters we haven't met yet.
And perhaps one of the most striking works examines our obsession with travelling to other planets.
I'm just preparing for to get into my spacesuit. I'm not just simulating Mars gravity, I'm trying to simulate the whole process of a NASA test. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go. Amazingly, we've managed to achieve almost parity with Mars gravity in a simulated environment. So not only is it a piece of art, but I think it's also a piece of science.
You can see that exhibition at Carriageworks in Sydney until the 14th of May.